All the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of buttons that absolutely must be checked. Chapters down below. We got some hot stuff literally just popped off yesterday. I wanted to include it in yesterday's video, but it was already action-packed. So that's on the channel. But now we got even more updates in Street Fighter 6. Also, pros speaking out in literally damn near big names all across the board supporting MenaRD in their petition to Capcom. So let's cover it all. We got a quick word for one of my favorite sponsors on sale. Then let's check some buttons. Let's go. All right, Butt Check fam, check it out. If you're anything like your boy, the only bag that you want is the tea bag, like when you tea bagging somebody in the set, or the money bag. That's it. You don't want the bags underneath your eyeballs because you're working late, you're not getting enough sleep, but you don't want those bags. Does that make any sense? Listen, what does make sense is the beautiful people at Manta Sleep are back once again. This is one of my favorite products because me and my wife sleep with this every night, y'all, ever since we met these beautiful people about a month ago. And we're back now with the Manta Pro sleep mask. The last one we were talking about was the Manta Sound. It was like the sound sleep mask. This one right here is the Pro. So they have some similarities, also some differences. The price is great. Remember, they have masks starting as low as $39. But this one's really cool because it has like this anti-slip material on the back, so it makes sure it like stays in place while you sleep. And also it has that perforated material just like the other one, so it's super breathable. One of the trademark features for Manta Sleep are the eye cups. Look at this. This is the C-shaped eye cups. They don't mess with your eyelashes, which is really important to my wife. They don't cause extra pressure because they're so cushioned, and they're still 100% blackout. But they're also adjustable, so no matter how big, small, or where them eyeballs is located, they're gonna get you right. But also look at the curvature. Because they're slanted like this, they're actually designed for people that sleep on their side. So if you sleep on your side, it's still gonna get you right with that extra cushion. So there it is one more time, Butt Check family. Definitely check out the Manta Pro Sleep Mask, link down below, 10% off right now. But not only that, 60-day money-back guarantee, y'all. 60-day, and because it's the Pro Sleep Mask, it actually comes with a carrying bag right here. Not only breathable, but it's washable. So if you want to carry this or wash it at the same time, they got you, and they throw in some extra earbuds. So check it out, link down below. Now let's get back to checking some buttons. Let's go. And all right, now into them first set of Street Fighter 6 DriveTech Wear outfits showcase trailer. They just posted it yesterday, and of course, we got them FGC reactions. I promise I have not seen this, so let's get it all. Let's go. Luke, Jamie, Kimberly, Manon, JP. Available for free with the Ingrid release. Come on. Damn, they ran through that really quick. Oh, this is only 46 seconds long. All right, how we feeling, man? I guess this is the equivalent to the tracksuits over there in Street Fighter 5. I think we all could agree, though. I don't normally speak for y'all, but I will in this case. I think we could agree. Guile is the best one. Guile looks the best. He has the most swag. He's a family man. He's an OG. All of us love him. Who doesn't love Guile? He is the face of Street Fighter. He is the best person we know. Then from there, we got that FGC reacting, talking about free is my favorite price. And I love how Bison has his shoulder pads on top of the tracksuit. Then if we go on over to good old Twitter, you see them reacting saying, dropping 34 outfits at one time. For those keeping track, gotta give credit where credit is due. Underneath that saying, shit, I'll play again. I can Raging Demon tagging this boy with my new drip on. And is this the Street Fighter 5 equivalent to the tracksuits? And AKA, Saudi wants the female characters covered up at their tournaments. That's why we made these. There's like 20 responses to that. That has over 372 likes. And there's no way some of y'all are complaining about free outfits. The internet outrage culture is lame as hell. And this shows us that WBS is a real thing. Whiny bitch syndrome. If you don't like the fit, don't wear it, LOL. Well, we got Boca River rendition. I guess they're kind of giving this reference here. And honestly, it looks nice on some characters, I will admit. So let's go back up here real quick. I'm very interested when he says this means that the Saudi wants females covered up. Okay, so that makes sense. They come back with like, you must be new here, showing the tracksuits from 5. And didn't they also have similar sport outfits in 5 and laugh my ass off? I reread this and I can't stop laughing, laugh my ass off. Please go outside for the love of God, complaining about free skins. And I did hear that argument. That's why I kind of went back to that one, because I've heard that argument before. When they first announced this, people were like, oh, they want to, if we play over there at the EWC or something, they're going to make us wear this outfit because they want the female characters covered up. But then the obvious answer, obvious rebuttal would be, this is not new. We've had this before, and this is before Saudi was ever involved in the FGC. So I don't think that argument holds much weight. FGC has been screaming from the top of our lungs for a long time. Please give us something. It's so like lackluster, just feels dry up in this Street Fighter 6 world, but now they're actually dropping something. I mean, they did the, the whole Avatar thing the other day, people were excited about, and now they have all these outfits, all this drip. We just talked about Sagat, Ingrid, Viper, those are hot as hell. We just talked about those yesterday. So it looks like people are starting to be like, okay. And I kind of thought that was gonna happen. I was like, we can complain all day because that's, what social media or what people do in general. I get it. Sometimes it's granted. Let's be real. Sometimes it's deserved, right? But if they just drop something, if they just show us like, hey, we were actually cooking behind the scenes, the moment we get it, the tone is gonna change and people are gonna be like, hell yes, this is what we wanted. And some people are gonna be like, I'm back. I'm about to jump on and play me some Street Fighter 6. All is forgiven if you could just drop some godlike content. But now I guess people are just waiting for like the mechanic changes or for the game to be shaking up. I'm really interested to see what they do next year, because that's when they technically said they're really focusing on 2027 to like really shake up the game, or I guess put out the new version, the super ultra version or whatever. I don't know, but we'll see. Right now though, does feel pretty good. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up, for the entire FGC Pro community supporting MenaRD, buttons that need to be checked. Listen, there was a movement going on, man, and it just started literally a couple of days ago, where the community's coming together and they're actually tagging the powers that be. They're like, yo, instead of the FT2 format, because a lot of people feel like that, especially with Street Fighter 6, that it just doesn't prove that skill always wins. It's like a big game of chance. So now the pros are coming together, starting with Mena, asking the powers that be, please change it to the FT3 format. So starting right here, Mena posted this saying, I wonder how feasible it would be to have FT2 pools and early tournament stages, but switch to first to 3 for top 32. Would make competition so much more stable, deeper layers in the game, and doesn't seem like a lot of time added for the event. It would be amazing. This right here has about 2.3 thousand likes. Now, right underneath, you see some people reacting. You see Kraime right here saying that would be so good. It would give more stability to the tournaments and remove so much more volatility from the FT2. You see Yipes right here saying, I agree. You see Damascus right here saying, that's the best trade-off in my opinion. Smash does it as well. First to 3 for top 64 is fairly easy to implement, even top 128, and would make it overall competition so much better. You got the Kill Sage underneath that saying it's very doable. You might have to cut out some stream matches potentially to compensate, but off-stream games should run on schedule without much issue. Now, going even deeper to that, we see Bonchan right here talking about, I honestly don't understand why the regulations and formats of tournaments have not been changed after Street Fighter 6. I would like to know if there are reasons other than time constraints. That also has 2.3 thousand likes. Underneath that though, you see Knuckle Do literally tagging everybody. Capcom Fighters, Capcom Esports, Street Fighter, Capcom Official, Capcom Europe, tagging everybody. They looking for some answers. Now, when we go to the quote retweets, this is where you see all the pros coming through right here. You see Xiao Hai himself, who just won, by the way. Just one combo breaker, Street Fighter 6, saying, fully support my bro MenaRD. Street Fighter 6 is too volatile for the first to 2. Top 32 needs to be first to 3 to reward real skill, adaptations, and give fans a better show. That has 1.3 thousand likes. Then from there, you got Ending Walker saying the FT3 at an early stage in bracket would make competition a lot more interactive and entertaining, more room for adaptation and counter adaptation. I love to see the FT3 in top 64 or earlier. Continuing on saying, I totally agree. Street Fighter 6 is generally a god tier game and so much fun, but coming from FPS games, there's more room or more random elements than I imagined. I think a lot of people enjoy it precisely because of those random elements, but when it comes to the 1v1 tournaments, the bigger the skill gap, the better I feel. Wouldn't it be awesome to have more or some monster of a player who just keeps dominating first place? And you got Bigbird himself right here talking about, please, this would make tournaments so much more fun. We already have a lot of downtime, and I've seen it firsthand in many events. Pools tend to finish with like 30 minutes left from the original schedule that has a little over 400 likes. And I got curious, so I did a quick calculation. From top 32, what was it, BO3 to BO5, an hour and 40 minutes. If top 8 was already BO5 to begin with, 40 plus minutes, something like that should work. But MEZ actually adds an interesting take right here saying, hot take, I think Capcom kind of likes how volatile the game is. You can literally win Capcom Cup in just 2 months, or just 2 months ago, or a 2,000 person World Warrior a couple of weeks ago, and still drown before top 48 of a 1,400 person combo breaker gives the feeling of anybody can win at any time. Then you got Damascus again saying, my usual take on this, in Europe we run the most Street Fighter 6 majors in full FT3, not an issue for our tournament the size of 200 to 500. For super majors, 1,000 players, most sensible option would simply be top 64 or even top 128 the first to 3. Easy change. Smash does it, and it's much longer, which I heard a lot about that. Even some people from the Smash community pretty much co-signing that. Then you got Kaba right here saying, I totally agree. You also have to highlight the fact that way more players are signing up for Street Fighter 6 tournaments. And honestly, bro, as much as I love this game, the first to 2 is hard to enjoy in a tournament when you invest so much time into it. Continuing on right here, talking about as a TO, I do think this is doable with enough setups, and it's not that many more. And it's true that sometimes pools finish early. Obviously, the scale of the event is a factor, but top 16 or even top 32 could be done. Considering I've seen Smash run a game that has longer sets, BO5, and runs pretty smooth, and some events have already gone for this route in doing top 16 or top 32, BO5, and it worked. Then James Shen right here saying, I would love to see this, heck, even top 64, but it will extend time and resources for the TOs. You always have to plan for the worst case scenario, and if it was extended to top 32, that's potential 48 more games played to account for the schedule-wise, 32 minus 8, doing some math right there, and then potentially I am not reading all this shit. Anyway, you get the point of what James is trying to say. From there, now you have that opposite side of the fence. You got a different perspective, and one former Capcom champ actually saying, I got a different proposal, and you might not like it. So starting right here, somebody says, so if you guys lose next time in the FT3, will you ask for the FT5? The game needs a deeper gameplay changes like nerfing throw loops or drive rush to be more stable. Then down here he adds, remember Ending Walker proved that even the GOAT Mena can lose a major tournament in an FT5. We need deeper changes than adding more rounds. And that one right there doesn't have any likes, but the former Cap Cup champ himself, Idom, pretty much co-signs that right here, saying, I get that everybody is saying Street Fighter 6 should be a first to 3 because of the volatility and stuff, but I'm not trying to watch or play an extra game of throw loops or drive rush slop. Just make the game better. Damn, he talking about, I'm not trying to watch any more of this slop. Just make the game better. This has 2.2 thousand likes. Now I do see one interesting response underneath that. They say, bro, real shit, stop playing the game. God knows why you're putting in so much time playing, but equal amount of time complaining. It's genuinely boring now. And underneath it, I see an interesting one right here where they say that or main my /Sagat/JP. Also, Simply get good. Note that only the players that are getting bodied are complaining. You don't hear them talk this BS when they are on the other side winning. IDOM responds to that saying, to be fair, Xiaohai just won Combo Breaker and still asked for the first to 3. It's not a win or lose thing for players all the time. And there you have it. That would be my rebuttal to that, because we literally just saw all these big names, including Mena, talking about give us the first to 3. So obviously that argument has holes all over it, right? When you're talking about, well, only the people that are losing want the first to 3. Just get good. This guy telling the former Capcom champ to get good. Anyway, here's my point. Here's my point. So we see all these big names, including Xiaohai, who just won. They all want the first to 3. So I don't think, once again, you can really make the argument saying, well, just get good or win some tournaments. Notice that only the people that are losing, because it does seem like everybody wants the first to 3. And then you got people in the Smash community saying, well, it's possible. Our game is longer. Our sets are longer. And we do it. Hell, we do it all the way up to 128 if we want to. But I don't think FGC is necessarily asking for that right now. They're like, give us top 32. Top 64 would be great. But as long as you can give us 32, we'd be happy with that. Then you got that other argument, right? The one that IDOM was talking about, like, okay, you could do that, but I still don't think that's gonna fix anything, because the game is broken itself. Make a better game. If you want better skill recognition or the true skilled player to win, the game needs to be fixed, not a simple FT3. But then you got other interesting point of views where they're like, well, hot take, I think that Capcom actually likes this, because you can just come off winning a huge World Warrior or Evo itself, and then you can get bodied in a smaller tournament, which we've seen. I think even Mena made a comment about that. Like last year, he was like, yo, how can I win? How can I win something like last week? Then I go to the next one and I drown in pools. So that's an interesting perspective where people are like, I think Capcom actually likes this, because it kind of gives that feel of anybody could win or anything could happen at any time. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And there it is one more time, Butt Check family. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Big up to Manta Sleep for sponsoring today's video. I've been using their sleep mask for like a month now, and we use it every day. My wife has one now as well. She has the silk one, and they got masks, once again, starting as low as like 39 bucks. They're on sale. My code down below. All that good stuff, man. So I appreciate you guys for making it possible. I will see you soon. More than likely, I will see you tomorrow. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace!
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe!
Maybe your stick is kind of ass.
Well, check it real. There's a thing right here, and if you just here you go, and you should be able to open it and check it out.
Well, no, I think it might be just the input issue or something.
No, I think there's something wrong with the heavy here. It's like not even connected.
Oh. Wait, then I think this one. Oh, yeah. What the heck?
But if you look down here, there's something else. Do I?
I think so.
Alright.
I'm not a nervous.
Will you run this thing forever? Forever and ever?
Okay, yes I will. Of course.
Show us the ring!